Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to make a video about Diablo Immortal because this is the first week since we have the class change system, right? The class change stuff was added to the game last Wednesday, and this is the 7th day, alright? I switched my class from Barbarian to Necromancer. So in this video, I want to talk about my feelings about this class change system, as well as my thoughts about these two classes, the difference. Alright, so it's gonna be a relaxing video. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about class change system. Alright, you're gonna go to this campfire here to switch class. Like last week, I almost don't want to log into the game because for my Barbarian, I pretty much got all the legendaries, and I just don't know what to do when I log on to Diablo Immortal. So I was happy to see that we have class change system introduced to the game. So I wanted to switch to Necromancer because I actually never played this class before. Alright, and this class kind of reminds me of Unholy Death Knight from World of Warcraft. Alright, that's one of my favorite spec in World of Warcraft, so I want to give it a try. Basically, Necromancer is a class which you can have a lot of minions to do the fight for you. Alright, so I did the class change, and then I realized that, like, I knew that you have to farm legendary all over again, right? But what I didn't know is all the set items I had for my Barbarians are not usable on Necromancer. The reason being is this is an intelligence class, which Necromancer uses magic attack, which Barbarian use physical attack. So the sets are unusable. I have to farm the new set again, right? Like, of course they are not gonna use the same set, but like, I mean, I feel like Necromancer can use the set that can do continual damage, that set. Alright, but unfortunately it's unusable because my Barbarian is a physical class, so I have to farm the set again. I feel like farming set items and farming legendaries is such a pain in the ass, alright? But I understand why they are not like just giving you the legendaries, right? Because otherwise, well, in a game design point of view, maybe they shouldn't do that because like you instantly just get the equal power of your original class. It doesn't really make sense. But as a player, I really hope that they just give you the legendaries, because for my Barbarian, I have like 30-ish legendaries, right? And it takes really long time for me to just refarm 30 legendaries on a new class, right? Especially like I'm not type of player that can play 10 hours a day, alright? The most I can play this game per day is probably 3 hours, and that's it. I do not have the time for this. So I feel like it's really exhausting. You have to farm new sets, alright? And the new sets, I feel like the drop rate is just so low, alright? I saw another content creator made a video about the green items, which is set items drop chance on the spare sheet, and it says 19%. There's no way the green sets drop chance is 19%. I feel like I got one green item every 15 dungeon runs. Like the drop chance is ridiculous, and it took me really long time. Like when I log into the game, I have to farm dungeons. I don't really have the time to do world farming, alright? So on my account currently, I think I have around 60% of the Necromancer legendary. Not a lot. I still missing a lot of legendaries, as you guys can see. Alright, so I feel like it's just really exhausting. Like, I feel like this class change system was kind of designed for like super hardcore player, and I know that, just like I said, I know that giving out legendaries for free doesn't seem right in terms of a game design point of view, but as a player, I really hope, like, for example, I have like 90% of Barbarian legendary. Like when I switch to Necromancer, at least give me half of the legendaries, alright? It's just way too exhausting to do the world farming. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this feature is just not gonna be very well received by casual players. That's how I feel. and a lot of my friends who did class change, they already switched back because they don't want to farm set items or legendaries. By the way, if you are like a Barbarian and you want to switch to Crusader, that's actually much better because at least you can use the same set items. You can just equip them right away because they are both physical class. But if you want to switch a physical class to magical class or magical class to physical class, like if you're a casual player, don't do it, alright? It's gonna take forever for you to refarm the set items, especially like most of classes are going to use more than one set, right? For example, my Necromancer, in PvE situation, I'm gonna use the summoning set, and for PvP situation, I'm gonna use the shield set, which give you a shield. And I haven't farmed a single piece of shield set yet, right? So overall, the class change system, I feel like, I think it's very, very exhausting in terms of a normal player, right? I'm not even a super casual, I'm not a super hardcore either. I'm just a normal player who can spend probably 1 hour, 2 hours, at most 3 hours a day playing this game. Like farming these stuff is super exhausting, and I don't like that, alright? I just want to get them right away. I hope they can fix that in the future, but anyways, let's get into the next topic. Next topic, I want to talk about Barbarian and Necromancer, about these two classes, alright? Alright, so I'm telling you guys this. I actually watched a lot of Diablo Immortal content creators video, and a lot of them did something like a class tier list stuff, right? I bet you guys already watched those type of stuff before, right? Class tier list. Most of the content creators out there, they put Necromancer as the best class in the game, and they put Barbarian as a relatively below average class. Not the worst, but relatively on the lower end. Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys my feeling. I think after I switched to Necromancer, I genuinely feel like Barbarian doesn't do the same damage in terms of PvE content. Alright, when I'm doing challenge rift or dungeons, it doesn't matter it's AoE or single target, Necromancer is ridiculous strong. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't even have the best legendary yet, alright? But like the damage this class can do in PvE is absolutely insane compared to the Barbarians. It doesn't matter single target or AoE. But the problem is, if you want to do damage, you are going to make sure the minions you summon is alive, alright? That's another big issue of Necromancer. Because actually, all these small minions, they have a very low HP. They're very easily killed in either challenge rift or dungeon. And if they're dead, you're not gonna have any damage, right? That's a very serious issue. Like this Necromancer can summon these minions, can summon a big dude, and can summon like skeleton mage. Like the minions and skeleton mage, they just have a very low HP. Like I try to bring them to PvP, and these minions are just gonna get one shot. Alright, so like summoning minions, bring them to PvP is not really gonna work. Alright, that brings me to my next point. I personally feel Necromancer is not that strong in PvP. I know a lot of people might disagree. Alright, a lot of people think Necromancer is the best class in the game, both PvE and PvP. But I'm gonna tell you guys my feeling. I think compared to Barbarian, Necromancer is just straight not fun in PvP. Alright? Like, if you guys watch any PvP guide for Necromancer out there on YouTube, most of the people are gonna do a like CC build, which is crowd control. They can do a lot of knockups and slows, a lot of including fears, and they can run away, stuff like that. But I feel like, at least personally, this is not my playstyle. Alright, you might argue that a class having plenty of crowd controls is very strong in PvP. Sure, right? But I'm just gonna tell you guys, Necromancer doesn't do damage in PvP. He can do a lot of crowd controls for sure. It can help your teammates get the kill, but you are not going to get the kill. That's really an issue. When I was in Barbarian, when I was in Battlegrounds, usually I can get over 10 kills a match, right? And then after I switch to Necromancer, all I can get is assist. You're not going to get kills because you don't really have an ability that can chase down the enemy. Like, the class moves very slow, and the damage is coming from summons, and you're not gonna bring summons to the battleground, so you really don't have a damage. So personally, I think the playstyle of Necromancer is not really for me. I want to play a class that can just do damage and chase down the enemy and execute them. That's my playstyle. So probably I think I prefer to play a Barbarian in Battleground than Necromancer. I'm sure there are people that very enjoy doing a lot of crowd controls for sure, right? A lot of people want to knock the enemy up, but personally I just don't care about knock up. I want to go in there and just whirlwind them. That's my playstyle. So yeah, my honest opinion, I don't think Necromancer is a good PvP class. Alright, if I'm gonna do a PvP tier list for Diablo Immortal classes, I think the best is gonna be Demon Hunter. Alright, the second best is gonna be Crusader. The third one is gonna be Barbarian. Alright, then the other three just not as good as the three I just mentioned, right? Including Necromancer. Like, man, I just don't like this class in PvP. Maybe some of you guys like it. That's fine, right? So I feel like maybe after I'm gonna stick with Necromancer for a couple more weeks because I think this class is absolutely awesome in PvE, right? I'm gonna stick with it for a couple more weeks. Then I'm probably gonna switch back to Barbarian, right? Because in World of Warcraft, I always play Warriors and Death Knight. So Barbarian is like a Fury Warrior, and Necromancer is like Unholy Death Knight. So these are the two classes I play in World of Warcraft. I'm gonna bring them to Diablo Immortal, so I'm just gonna tell you guys my feeling, alright? But personally, I'm not like intentionally switch to a class that is super strong. That's not my playstyle, right? I always think that you're gonna have some type of immersion or class fantasy when you're playing MMORPG. I think you are going to play a class that you're interested in instead of choosing a class that you think it's strong, right? So yeah, these are the two classes I have kind of the class fantasy feelings. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it about this video. I'm just gonna tell you guys I'm a Necromancer now, so probably you're not gonna find more Barbarian content for the next month. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. That's gonna be all I'm gonna talk about in this video. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys do the class change? What do you guys think about this class change? Personally, I find it very exhausting. Alright, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.